I don't even want to do today. I gotta clean the shop. Hasn't been used in a long time. So it's gonna be a long day but a short video. So on this episode we're gonna clean the shop. It is an unusually gorgeous day in February. The birds are chirping, the breeze is blowing, but it's really, really nice out here. And I have about 6 hours that I don't have anything specific that I have to do. So I'm gonna tackle something that I needed to do for a long time, and that is the wood shop. It is disgusting, disorganized, and the doors on the outside of the shop are also disintegrating. What on earth? Oh, they're working on the baseball field. Okay, the doors are disintegrating, and so I need to, the very first task, I'm going to replace the outside skin on the doors, and then I'm going to pull as much as I can out of the shop, and then just kind of reorganize, make it useful, because I've got some work I really need to do. I can't even work on this arcade game until I have room to move in there. So my first project of these doors, it's just skinned in Luan here, or I guess it's thin plywood. If it were Luan, it wouldn't look like that. But it's thin plywood, and I need to replace the skin on these doors. We didn't buy, when we built the shop, we didn't buy doors, real doors, to save money. So now we're doing this again. That's the first thing I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna tackle this ridiculous, awful mess. You can't do anything in here because everything's just thrown in here, and I've got my arcade game project right there waiting to go back in the cabinet, but I can't turn around in here. I gotta finish painting the cabinet. So before I can do that, I'm gonna have to clean all of this up. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see. This is our weatherproof tent. Do what? I'm not going to turn the tarp around. All right. So we're going to move everything into here and clean out the shop. Hi, everybody.
Oh, is this for your video?
Possibly. This place is not going to look this bad in a few minutes. That was just in time because now it's raining. Y'all can go ahead and go to the classroom.
Can I go wash my hands?
Yes, you should wash your hands. And we still have all that crap to throw away. You can kind of see some progress though. Wow. Man, not it just in time. I sure hope the wind doesn't blow really bad. I was able to separate the 2x4 lumber, which we've got a lot of, which is really good, and I cleaned out a lot of things. If it was metal, I've piled it up outside. I'm going to take it to the scrap yard. If it was a studio set or stage sets or something, these flats, I've stacked them back here in the back. Now, eventually I'm going to rebuild this wood rack into something that takes up less space. But for now, I at least pulled everything off of it and reorganized it. Down in the bottom, you'll see I've got some old lighting that I'm going to get rid of. The small fixtures are actually like this one, and I'm going to put them up in here. the larger fixtures came out of one of our buildings, and the lenses are cracked and things. I'm just going to get rid of them entirely. I got a little piece of diamond plate that I found, which is nice to have. I'm going to slide it up under the very bottom. Who knows when I might need that. This is interesting. This I brought in and have stored in here and forgot I had it, but that is actually my father's old toy box. I'm 42 years old. I don't know how old that toy box is, but eventually I think I'm gonna fix it up. And then I found the pieces from my personal piano bench. One of the students jumped up and down on it, sat on it really hard and broke it. So I have plans to fix that. These are cuts. I'm working on a set piece for our Willy Wonka show, and those are all things that have cut up. It's almost ready for assembly. I've got to go buy 2 sheets of plywood and cut the final few pieces. I'm going to do that today. That's just drop-in ceiling grid that's metal that I'm going to scrap. I just haven't taken it out yet. The Christmas decorations have been packed a little tighter against the back. My son's toolbox that he got for Christmas, or actually he got the tools for Christmas, and he and I made that toolbox, and I'd love to make another one for a project one day. It's really, really love it. I'll maybe make one for my other son and film it. And then our job box that I keep all of my tools in right there. This is just a little bin of small tools that I found during the cleanup that I'll have to resort. This is, of course, chop saw. I was able to uncover our planer. It's not been used that much. It was buried in all of this mess. This is actually my new scroll saw. I almost forgot what it's called. My scroll saw, and then of course my jointer. And I still haven't worked on this project. This is my video game, and I'm not going to, guys, until after our Willy Wonka show next month. I'm not going to be able to touch this because I've got so many props to make and sets to build. I'm just not going to be able to touch it. So just fair warning. Part 2 for that is going to be a long time coming, at least till April. And then we've got my table saw and shop vac. This stuff I have got to come up with a solution for. If anyone has a suggestion, this is just materials, and it's stuff, there's some of it's trash, but you know, it's paint, and this is tile with grout and tile stuff. Wood glue, I forgot I had that. I hope some of it's still good. In fact, it's probably a couple years old. It may not be. I found an old, this is a brand new Biesmeyer fence that I am going to, almost fell, that I'm going to eventually install on my table saw after I build an outfeed table and a little router table, all part of it. That'll be a video that I do. Electrical cable, data cable, more electrical, plumbing. There's plumbing. Just various stuff. And so much of it probably is good, but it's just so not organized, and this is not a good solution, this rack. And I built this rack, so I'm only complaining about myself. I built it a long time ago just for lack of any tool storage. Okay, so here's the plan. This is what it looks like now. Here's a diagram that shows you the plan. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. If you want to make a comment about this, our plan for this room, or if you want to suggest something, please email me at jamie@mrjamie.com. Also, like or subscribe. You know, we're going to continue working on this room. I've got a project that I've actually already completed that I've got a video ready for. I made a cutoff bin. We heat this building using a wood stove, and I use my cutoffs to fuel that stove. And so I've got a project that I've already completed that I'm going to show you on the next episode of Mr. Jamie on Campus.